Million and mid to Apollo
It is absolute. She's asking for more than 50%. She wants most of the cash while he just gets equity in a business that he doesn't know where it's going to go into the future. She wants him to pay for the taxes, but her receive 50% of the reward. And she wanted $5,000 post-divorce maintenance fee. What is that, alimony? Why is it even called post-divorce maintenance fee? Is that alimony? She wanted all of that, and she wanted him not to say a damn word about it on top of that. And none of his friends can talk about it. None of his constituents, nobody can mention anything about this. Oh, but wait, the injunction was not for her. So she wanted
no kids, no cheating, a no-fault divorce, and she still asked for $5,000 a month for 5 years, most of the cash, and a gag order so only her side gets told. Nah, that's not heartbreak. That's a shakedown. Let's get into it.
All right, so this story's been brewing for a minute now, but yet, alas, it's still worth talking about because it is yet again another perfect example of what usually happens in the family court system after a separation or a divorce, no matter how amicable that it looks on paper. The man will still get framed as the problem. The woman can sit around in the victim seat and still keep her damn image intact. So there's a lot of context within this conversation as well that we're going to have to walk through, and we're going to have to unpack it all as he talks within this video. So buckle up, lock in, and let's get active. Without further ado.
All right, it's time.
All right.
He's right that the family court tilts, but let's be fair on all sides. This man didn't cry victim. He offered 50-50 from day one. So when she came back demanding 60-40 plus an allowance, plus a muzzle, that's not the system framing her. That's her own paperwork. Let the documents talk.
Notice the amount of pages. Now, with any online couple, of course, there's going to be a lot of narratives that are being spun. Typically, they're being spun in a way to coddle the woman's feelings or what have you, their image. He's been labeled a bad guy and as well as abusive, but let's just see what he's about to say.
Here's the part women need to sit with. She filed no fault, meaning she couldn't prove a single thing he did wrong. No abuse, no cheating, nothing. But she still let the internet brand this man abusive to protect her image. That's not accountability, ladies. That's PR. When the court paperwork says there's no victim, stop playing one.
And down and posting him like this evil behavior. $5K a month, ha, go get a job, you bum. Now let's take a look at the upgrade real quick because he got with this one. And look, I don't know if the young man is a passport bro, but it looked like he went over to the Philippines and got him one. You understand me? That's a smooth smile on that newly divorced young man's face right there. Hello. All right. Listen, they probably was doing look like the beach that I was at. Okay, when I was down up in Thailand. All right. Enjoying himself. Hell of an upgrade. Not focused.
Even the comments cooked her. $5K a month, go get a job. When total strangers see the greed instantly, that's a signal. But I'll ding him too, posting the new boo on a beach that fast pours gas on the fire. Fellas win quietly. Still, that's a vibe, not a crime. Her AS key is the real story.
Utterly disgusting is that. So not only does this harlot of the night want more than half of his ish, but also wants a damn allowance just for marrying him. The absolute balls on the attorney to ask for the look at my man's face right now. But there's more.
Next.
This is the one. $5,000 a month for 5 years, and they don't have a single kid. Alimony was built to protect a woman who gave up her career to raise his children. That is not this. Asking a grown man to fund your lifestyle for half a decade with no kids, no sacrifice, no fault, that's not a settlement. That's a salary for leaving.
Yeah. Now, quick caveat. One thing that he keeps touching on is this insupportability. Not any of the more, let's say, heinous things that could happen that would result in a divorce, where it would make more sense why she might be more entitled to some of the things that she's asking for. But again, it was no fault divorce, insupportability. So why is she asking for so much more? More than likely, bitterness, anger, and resentment. And greed. Let's add greed on top of all of those. And really the less...
MTR asked the right question. If nobody did anything wrong, why is she asking for so much more than half? Bitterness, resentment, greed. I'll add one, entitlement. Somewhere we taught women a man's success is automatically half theirs the second they say, I do, even with no kids and no years of sacrifice behind it. The court said no. Good.
In there is that imagine if there was any more proven fault from him and she was asking for all of this. If there was cheating, right, infidelity, abandonment, all of those things that he mentioned, she could have gotten a lot more. My G's, if you in a contract like this with no prenup, make sure you dotting your I's and crossing your damn T's.
Now let me ding the men, cause this is on us too. Fellas, he had no prenup. You build companies, you got equity, car collections worth more than your car, and you'll sign a marriage with zero protection? Love is not a financial plan. Protect what you built before the wedding, not in a courtroom 2 years and 400 grand later.
Attorney's fees, denied. Each party pays their own attorney's fees.
Sensational.
Now watch what the court did with all that greed. The 60-40, denied. The $5 grand a month, denied. The gag order to control the narrative, denied. She walked in, demanding everything, and walked out with basically the same 50-50 he offered her for free on day one. The receipts always come. Greed doesn't win in a no-fault state. Math does.
The lawyers utilize it to furnish their houses and buy their expensive cars. And that's just the game at the end of the day. If you do not go into these situations understanding that marriage is a business, and if the marriage ends, the court system and the divorce lawyers are the ones that make out. But I'm sure he would pay the $1 million all over again just to remove that young lady from his life to upgrade to a new situation. Guys, tell me, what is it that you think about the content that I have presented in front of you here today? For all my divorcees, do you have...
And here's the fair part, because I hold everybody accountable. This man handled it with grace. Offered fair from the jump. Didn't drag her name. Cried from relief, not hate. Respect. But the lesson cuts both ways. Marriage is a business whether you like it or not. Ladies, greed costs you your image and still gets denied. Fellas, going in unprotected costs 400 grand to learn what a prenup costs up front. If a no kids, no fault, 5 grand a month ass made your jaw drop too. Like it. Subscribe and tell me below, was she greedy or just badly advised? Either way, you already know. We say the things everybody wants to say but won't.